Now, for those of you that might have already seen my Facebook Live from Ardingly talking to the lovely Jo, here she is on pre-record because she thinks that if she makes any mistakes, anything goes wrong, I can edit it. Well, Jo, I do no editing.
Great, oh, brilliant.
This is so good to see you. I've seen you at these fairs before.
Yeah.
How many of these do you do a year?
Probably about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do the usual circuit where everyone else sees each other all
Yes.
the time. Shepton and Ardingly
Yeah.
and all those sort of things.
It's very
All the
social,
rest.
isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, very social. And it's nice because you always bump into people, have a good old banter with everyone, which is lovely.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Yeah, so it's again, in the Gabba, which is brilliant to be here.
Is this where you're always based?
Always in this space, yeah.
In this very
Number
space?
30.
Really?
Pitch number 30, Abergavenny.
Is that it? So,
The
you're
Gilded Dove. That's me.
you're a creature of habit, aren't you?
I am.
You really are. Okay,
yeah.
talk to me about your stock. What kind of things do you love? I mean, I see some
Okay.
very unusual things here.
I'm a bit girly,
Yeah.
but I also really love any sort of 18th century. There's a lovely, beautiful 19th century Milagro, kind of like beautiful. I can't talk. They're ex-photos, so they would have been given as a devotional piece to the church. Yeah.
You know, I don't. Can I handle them?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I
They're
don't
silver
actually
plated
know
too.
whether I've seen one of these things before.
Yeah.
So,
Based
explain
on
that.
the Mexican Milagro.
Oh, I see.
Mexican Milagros were probably a bit more ornate, a bit more colourful.
So like high Catholicism.
Yes.
Is that right? Or did
Yes.
I just pronounce that in the right way?
Catholicism.
Yes.
Yes.
Catholic.
Yes. And so if, for instance, you had an operation and a leg was saved,
Right.
then you would buy this little devotional piece, you'd give it to the church, they'd hang it in the
Oh, I
church for you.
I see. As
And
thanks.
it shows your devotion to the church.
You are amazing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you search out these things, do you?
Yeah, all this little lot came from Siena.
Did it really? Were you there? Were you buying in Siena?
No, online.
Online. Now this is interesting, isn't it? So where do dealers get their stock? People often ask me that. Now, of course,
Can't really divulge.
well, I know it's a bit of a trade secret, but I suppose I'm going to answer the question for you. Tell me if I'm right. You've been doing this for how many years?
Not that long, only about 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years, but
Yeah.
still you built up your
Yeah,
client base, so
Yeah.
people must bring you things as well.
they do now and again. And I have good clients who are looking specifically for things.
Yes. Yeah.
So some people will come for wax flower crowns, for instance. or-
Stop there. Just stop a minute. Wax flower crowns.
Yes.
Talk to me about those. Let's have a
So
look.
these are Edwardian, mainly made of wax.
Wow.
So tiny little pieces of wax moulded into flowers.
Yes.
And then threaded onto a silk frame.
Right.
And yeah, these are very popular.
Now, what
very
kind of
nice.
person buys them, and why would they buy them? What do they do with them?
They wear them.
They do.
Yeah, still wear them. Vintage weddings are really, really great for
Right.
that.
And is that what that's all about?
Pretty much,
Wedding
yeah.
ceremony.
Yeah, I think so. But then also, you get the young girls who want to wear these just for a night out.
Right.
Which
Got
is
you.
lovely.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the younger generation who come in and they still love the vintage.
Yes.
They still want to wear the clothes. I mean,
Right.
something like that, for instance.
Oh wow! Look at that.
I mean, totally. I couldn't wear that because it's tiny.
It's
Doesn't even
wonderful.
fit my mannequin.
ah.
But that's Edwardian.
And
These
are you
wonderful
finding
sleeves.
that you are getting younger buyers coming through now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Which is great.
Yeah.
They've got real interest, which is brilliant.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
And are they buying because it's fashionable, or is there an environmentally friendly angle to this?
I think there's a recycling angle.
Yeah.
I think there's a kind of like what do you call it? What do they call it in the war when there's mendons? So
Oh yeah,
kind
make
of-
good and mend.
Make good and mend.
No,
Yeah, something like
Tell
that.
us, when you watch it,
Yeah.
not make good amend, was it?
good
Make
amend.
do amend,
That's something like that. Yeah, yeah. And
save money at the same
yes,
time,
yes.
actually.
I mean, you think some of the kids are like knitting,
Yeah.
sewing.
Yeah.
They're bringing back all the old things that we all used to do.
Right.
And did well, cooking, everything
Yeah,
like that.
but it's brilliant, isn't it? Because they're saving money and they're being environmentally friendly without
Exactly.
even knowing it.
Exactly.
And it's a big thing that we
Yeah.
need to really start banging the drum for.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
so you specialise in actually quite unusual things, and I absolutely love it. And we've talked about this before about dealers and how when someone comes onto your stall, they're buying into your taste, aren't they?
Yeah.
You buy what
exactly.
you like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always buy what I like. Gets me into loads of trouble.
Yeah.
But hey, you have to have a passion for what you sell.
You do.
And I do. I love. I when I was a kid, I wanted to play with my brother's toys all the time.
Yeah.
Tanks, Action Man, all that kind of thing.
Right.
Now, frou, girly.
Isn't that funny?
History. I was rubbish at school.
Yeah.
But I love it now. Absolutely love it.
And objects are all about the history, and you're very good because you're telling stories about these objects and about the wax moulds here. But you're very
lot
good.
of stock.
You're very good. You're very good. And that shows that you put a lot of time and effort into the research.
I hope so. I hope that I can pass that on,
Yeah.
on the story, pass on the information, and then that person can love it as much as I love it.
Yeah, exactly. But isn't that
Yeah.
part of the thrill, the research and the discovery
I
as
think
well?
so.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
I
such
think
good
so.
fun.
Yeah,
Right, let's have a.
yeah.
We didn't do any price checks actually. Price checks on
Okay.
these objects.
All right, these are original. You can get reproductions. So price is around 120.
Yeah.
95 for this one, for instance. Really beautiful.
Yeah.
Really authentic.
Really different, Joe.
Yeah,
I've got
yeah,
to say.
lovely. Absolutely lovely.
How did you come across these things in the beginning?
Can't remember.
It's a never-ending journey, is it? The antiques and vintage world.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I think what I do is I just buy what I like. So I have lots of different tastes.
Yeah.
And if I see something I like it, I buy it.
Dead right.
And hopefully my customers do
But
too.
aren't we in a very lucky business? Because
Yeah.
there you go. If I see something I like it, I buy it. So you get a thrill.
Yeah.
You sell it, hopefully make a bit of money, then
Yeah.
you go and do it again. It's a
Yeah.
real lifestyle.
Exactly. And
Oh, I
go
love
with
it.
that dinner, it's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Bread and water.
Bread and water. As long as you've got very interesting objects like this. We didn't do a price check on that, did we? How much is that?
Yeah, that one is £78.
£78. And how can people find you? You do the IACF fairs.
Do the IACF. I'm on Instagram.
Yeah.
I've got my website.
Brilliant.
It's the Gilded Dove.
The Gilded Dove.
.co.uk.
But you're always here, Ardingly.
Pretty much always here.
Yeah, in this building.
In this building. Stand 30.
Stand 30 because
Yeah.
she is a creature of habit.
Yeah.
Joe, how wonderful to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank
Love
you.
to meet you too. Okay, thanks.